Alright, what's up guys? I'm back with some more Apex. Obviously the last video was an arenas gameplay because that's just what I had on hand and it worked out anyways. So that's some arena gameplay for y'all. If anybody was curious about any of that. I have a real love-hate relationship with arenas. I also have a real love-hate relationship with World's Edge, which is what I'm playing on in this gameplay. And World's Edge does not like me. I will tell you that right now. It really doesn't. Every time I try to get footage on it, man, I don't know if I'm just like really bad at rotating or like what's going on with it, but man, it is so hard for me to get footage on this map for some reason. I mean, Olympus is still my favorite, but I wanted World's Edge gameplay for like the beginning of the season, not this far into it. It's kind of whack, but no, it's whatever. The last video was over the Taurus new moon, and then after that I started seeing like a bunch of Sagittarius new moon and like Pisces new moon and like everything else, and I was like, wow, this is awful. I should have known about this, and I just didn't.
I have an extended sniper mag here, level 3.
But you know, something that's also come up that I've been kind of 50-50 on talking about is these Triller lawsuits, man. I mean, so they were filed on the week of April 28th, I believe, is when I saw them, and there was a lot going on with them, and I really wanted to make like a long video on it, but I think I'm gonna keep it short. So the basic idea was people were distributing the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight, and Triller did not like that, so they set out to sue those people. But the problem with that lawsuit in particular was they grouped everybody together and tried to say that, you know, they all worked for each other and with each other to distribute the fight. And yeah, I mean, that just wasn't true, and they couldn't prove it. So everybody got dropped except for the first defendants that were named. The only reason it became notable though is because they were suing H3H3, and for people who don't know, that's just like, that's somebody who's gotten sued.
Target spotted here.
I'm pretty sure he's gotten sued.
Firing.
Basically, he had a case over like fair use a long time ago, and he managed to win it. So the fact that he's getting sued over this because he allegedly distributed the fight and like hindered their profits and stuff, you know, they're going after him, and everybody knows what happened in his fair use trial. So kind of interesting how this would go for him, considering he didn't exactly show the entire fight or whatever. I'm not sure what the facts are. But, I mean, he showed a clip. I think that's what they're getting him for. It's kind of like gray because they don't specify what exactly he did that they want to go after him for. But they're going after him now for $50 million. Prior to this, when they had everybody like grouped together, they were going for like 100 mil. I'm pretty sure it was 100 mil, which was ridiculous. I don't think that was ever going to pass, but you know, so they're like alleging that these people were distributing the fight and hindering their profits and all of that stuff.
Giving my shields a recharge.
And it's just really crazy to me. I mean, I know the UFC tried to kind of like do the same thing, but I think they did it with like people who would watch the fights illegally, which is something I believe isn't illegal. Like the consumption of it isn't, which don't quote me on that, because that I don't know. It's kind of like a little gray area too there. copyright law is kind of weird sometimes. And yeah, I mean,
Delivering care package.
so first time when they had everybody grouped together, it got dropped because they couldn't prove that they all worked together. So they had to go after everybody
Careful, there's an
individually.
enemy black market
Now
right
whether
here.
they've gone after every one individually, I've kind of yet to see. I've seen that they've gone after H3 individually. And like I said, it's because he's had a fair use trial before. I mean, it's not his first time. So he's definitely like one of the higher profile case ones. And it's just kind of like, the whole thing is just kind of weird. I know that they were giving people a month of amnesty through like June 1st or something to people who watched it illegally. And it was basically like,
Careful, there's an enemy black market right
if
here.
you pay the $50, that was like the pay-per-view price. If you paid the $50 and you watched it illegally, like, you'll be exempt, possibly, or something from the lawsuit. But the wording makes it seem like they'll still like leave options open to like suing you later. And it seems like kind of weird that they would do that. And it's all really weird. I mean, personally, do I think people should go for the amnesty? I'm not sure. I'd probably opt towards no, because it doesn't exactly say it's like a settlement or something like that. I have to go right back through it again.
Happy to help, friend.
But man, it just feels like one of those things where they're just kind of hoping to scare some people into paying some money.
Hostile close.
I mean, I'm not sure, man. I don't know what Triller's aim is with all of this stuff anymore. I'm not sure if anybody knows what their aim is. We're all just waiting to see what happens. It's still all ongoing, so that's not too much to talk about at this point.
Enemy taken down.